Hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome to Cardiovisual. Here we can do another EKG breakdown. So first off, I always like to start with lead to interpretation. This is so that we can determine what our rhythm is. First we'd ask, is it regular or irregular? Ask if the QRS is wide or narrow. Ask if the rate is fast or slow. And finally we ask for P-waves, and if there are, is there one for every QRS, and is there too many of them? Which we can see in some of our heart blocks. 12-lead interpretation is very similar. So this is the rhythm including the quote-unquote widths. So a sinus rhythm with a left bundle branch block. So 12-lead is going to be rate, axis, which honestly isn't super important, intervals and waveforms. 4 is hypertrophy, 5 is extra beats such as PVCs, PACs, or PJCs, and 6 is infarction. So first off, here's our EKG. When we first look at it, we can notice that our QRSs are pretty much equidistant and they're fairly regular, so it's going to be a regular rhythm. Next, we look at our QRS sizes. Is it greater than 0.12? No, it's not. It's going to be narrow QRS. Next, is it fast or slow? Because it's a regular rhythm, I always like to do the down and dirty easy way of the big box method. So 1 big box away from a QRS is 300, 2 big boxes away is 150 beats per minute, 3 big boxes away is 100 beats per minute. And this is a little bit after 3 big boxes, so it's about 95 beats per minute, so it's going to be normal. Next, we look for P-waves. Is there one for every QRS? Is there too many? So here we can see that we do have P-waves, there's one for every QRS complex, and there's not any extra ones. And we can see in all the limb leads that we have a positive P-wave, and then in AVR, we have a negative P-wave, which means this is going to be a sinus rhythm. Now we get into the 12-lead interpretation. So first off, we know our rate is about 95 beats per minute. That's our guesstimation. Next, we go into our intervals and waveforms. We're looking for elongated PRIs, which can indicate a first degree AV block. We're looking for widened QRS complexes, which can mean left bundle branch blocks or right bundle branch blocks. And we don't see any of that, so no bundle branch blocks. Hypertrophy, we're looking for our LVH or RVH. I don't see that here. Extra beats, no PVCs, no PJCs or PACs. And finally, we're looking for infarction. Yes, there is. So there is ST elevation in 2, 3 AVF and V6, a little bit in V6, with ST depression in 1 AVL, V2 through V5. So this is going to be a normal sinus rhythm with inferior-posterior STEMI. STEMI just means ST elevation myocardial infarction. How can I tell that it's a posterior wall MI? Is because I have massive ST depression in V2 through V5. Anytime you start seeing horizontal or downsloping ST depression, you always think of infarction or ischemia. And it's always proven as that until proven otherwise. The only time that upsloping ST depression would be considered ischemia, to my knowledge, is going to be your D. Winters T waves. These are D. Winters T waves, which occur in V2 through V4, and they are a sign of an LAD occlusion, but don't meet your STEMI criteria, and they have upsloping ST depression. But that is your inferior/posterior wall MI. With a lot of RCA occlusions, you can actually have heart blocks and bradycardia associated with it because the RCA feeds the AV node. And that'll wrap it up for this week's EKG. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to Cardiovisual.